Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in the last session, we have considered charge to mass ratio of an electron, right? We have considered an experiment, that is charge to mass ratio E by M, charge to mass ratio of electron. And what is the value we found out? It is 1.76 into 10 raised to 11 coulombs per kg. Okay, yes. So in the last session we have completed discussing about charge to mass ratio of an electron. What is the value we found? It is the 1.76, actually 1.758822 into 10 raised to 11 coulombs per kg. So overall we can round off it. It is 1.76 into 10 raised to 11 coulombs per kg, right? Well, in this session we are going to consider the next concept of the chapter, that is charge on the electron. Okay, charge on the electron. Well, the concept of charge was given by a scientist called R.A. Millikan. Yaru? R.A. Millikan. So R.A. Millikan, okay, discovered the charge present on an electron, or you can say charge of an electron is discovered by or found out by R.A. Millikan. Yes, what is the experiment? By which experiment he concluded charge of an electron? So what is the experiment carried out by R.A. Millikan to determine the charge of an electron? Yes, what is that experiment? That experiment is named as oil drop experiment. In another, it is named as a oil drop experiment. So remember, charge of an electron. Charge of an electron is given by what? Given by R.A. Millikan. Okay, charge of an electron is given by R.A. Millikan. By conducting which experiment? It is the oil drop experiment. Okay, so R.A. Millikan conducted an oil drop experiment and he determined the charge of an electron. Yes, we will try to understand what is that experiment and how we could able to find out the charge of an electron. Okay, yes, we look into the an experiment called oil drop experiment. Yes, when you observe this diagram, okay, if you observe this diagram carefully, what are all we can see here? Say there is a sprayer. Okay, say what is given here? Oil sprayed in fine droplets. It means it is an atomizer. Okay, atomizer. So with the help of atomizer filled with oil, when you press the knob of an atomizer, what happens? Oil is sprinkled in the form of a finer droplets. Okay, finer droplets. Yes, with the help of atomizer, what they are doing? Oil is sprinkled in a chamber. Yes, that chamber is filled or fitted with the two electrodes. Here two plates are given here, metal plates. They act as a, that is brass plates. They act as electrodes. One is indicated with positive sign and another one is indicated with the negative sign, which means yes, that atomizer, okay, this chamber, that chamber contains two electrodes, that is metal plates. They act as a electrodes, right? There are two electrodes, one is anode, another one is a cathode. Now and further, there is a pine hole present at the center of what? Center of anode. Okay, at the center of anode, a small hole present through which what happens? Oil droplets enters. Okay, oil droplets enters through this pine hole and they comes in between the electrodes, in between this area, in this space. Okay, in this area, whatever the, with the help of atomizer, we sprinkle the oil droplets. The droplets, they started moving through this pine hole and enters the area in between the electrodes. And further, what is arrangement? What is there? Yes, there is an X-ray. Okay, with the help of source, X-rays are passed through gas, present in between the electrodes in this area. What they are doing, what that R.A. Millikan is done is, say X-rays are passed, okay, into the gas, or you can say through gas in between the electrodes, and further the downward movement of electrons is observed with the help of what? Telescopic eyepiece. So there is an eyepiece, I can say telescope. With the help of a telescope, he observed the downward movement of oil droplets, fine oil droplets. Okay, yes, is the experimental arrangement. What he has done means he took a chamber, it is fitted with the atomizer, telescope, okay, then further electrodes and an X-ray, okay, a source of X-ray. Well, what he has done, he passed a oil with the help of atomizer in the form of fine droplets. Those droplets are allowed to pass through a pine hole present at the upper electrode, and an X-ray is passed through gas between the electrodes, and downward movement of electrodes is observed with the help of telescope. Okay, yes, we can further analyze with the help of one more diagram. Say here, if we consider Mulliken's oil drop experimentations, what is there? Yes, there is a vessel. It is going to have two electrodes. One is anode, another one is a cathode. So charger plate, anode and cathode. And what is present? There is a small hole present at the center of a upper plate, that is anode. And further, there will be an X-ray source through which X-rays are passed through the gas into the chamber, and further what is there? There will be a atomizer. With the help of atomizer, what they will do? Oil is sprinkled in the form of fine droplets. Okay, whatever the yellow color dots, it shows the oil droplets. With the help of atomizer, oil droplets are sprinkled, and those droplets formed, they are allowed to pass through a small hole, or I can say pine hole, into the area in between the electrodes. Okay, yes, and there is a telescope, that downward movement of oil droplets through that pine hole and in between the plates can be observed with the help of a telescope fitted with the micrometer eyepiece. Okay, well, now oil passes, when a fine droplet comes in between the charged plates, what happens here? When X-rays are passed, the gas get ionizes. Ionization of gaseous molecules takes place when X-rays are passed through gas in between the electrodes, or can say charged plate. What happens here? The ion get, whatever the gas, it get ionized. So ionization of gas takes place, which means all gaseous molecules will be charged one. They are going to carry charge, and that same charge, due to collision of gaseous molecules with oil droplet, what happens? Oil droplet is also going to carry a same charge. As gaseous molecules collide, similarly a collision occurs between gaseous molecules with the oil droplet. Therefore, the oil droplet also going to carry a charge. Okay, so we say whenever oil droplet comes in between the plate, what happens? It becomes charged one, is going to carry certain charge. Well, we can analyze it properly. That is what happens during experimentations. So oil droplets in the form of mist produced by atomizer is allowed to pass through a small hole in the upper plate of electrical condenser. Is the first thing we are done. Okay, whatever the oil droplets which are produced in the form of mist, with the help of atomizer, they are allowed to pass through a small hole present at the upper plate. Okay, then next what they are doing? The downward movement, or I can say the downward motion of these droplets was observed through telescope with the micrometer eyepiece. Okay, well, further, by measuring the rate of fall of these droplets, what Millikan is able to measure? Is able to measure the rate of fall of oil droplets. The mass of oil droplets has determined. Are you getting? So first, with the help of atomizer, those oil droplets are formed in the form of mist, and those oil droplets are allowed to Okay, allowed to pass through a pinhole present at the upper plate. Pinhole present at the upper plate, and with the help of telescope, the rate of fall of these droplets is measured, and with the help of this, mass of the oil droplet has been determined. Okay, well, next thing, the air in the chamber, whatever the air present in the chamber is ionized by passing a beam of X-rays through it. Okay, by passing X-ray, whatever the air present in the chamber is get ionized. And what happens? The electrical charge on the oil droplets is acquired by the collision with gaseous ions. So what happens? Whatever the gaseous molecules present, okay, so gaseous molecules present, when X-rays are passed, what happens? Gaseous molecules are converted into gaseous ions. Earlier there will be molecules, but when X-rays are passed through that chamber, gaseous molecules get ionized, so that gaseous ions are present. Now there will be oil droplet. Say it is considered it is an oil droplet. So what happens? Gaseous molecules, so it is a gaseous molecule, is going to carry certain charge. We don't know what is that charge. Okay, say negative charge, just consider is going to carry charge. And what about oil droplet? Oil droplet do not carry charge. But in the chamber, what happens? Due to collision between them, whatever the oil droplet formed or present is also going to carry charge. Due to collision with gaseous molecules, the oil droplet present in between the charged plates is also going to carry charges. Okay, well, next what happens? The fall of these charged oil droplets can be retarded. Okay, the fall of those charged oil droplets can be retarded, can be accelerated, or made stationary. So please remember, the downward movement of those charged oil droplets can be controlled, can be operated. How? Depending on the charge on the oil droplet, the polarity and the strength of voltage applied to the plate. So what we can do? The fall of those charged oil droplets can be retarded, can be accelerated, or can be made stationary. What is the basis? Here? Based on the charge on the oil droplet, polarity, okay, and strength of voltage applied to those electrodes. Well, now by careful measuring the effect of electric field strength, on the motion of oil droplets, okay, he observed the factor, how that factors are going to affect the movement of downward movement of an oil droplet. So Mulliken concluded that magnitude of electrical charge Q on the oil droplet is always an integral multiple of electrical charge E. So what he noticed here, by measuring all those effects, okay, he concluded that the magnitude of electrical charge on the oil droplet is always an integral multiple of electrical charge E. And he said, he gave an equation, general equation, Q is equal to N into E. So what is N here? N is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. And what is the charge he found? The charge on the electron is found to be 1.602 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. So just to specify charge of an electron, a negative sign is used. So minus 1.602 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Here negative sign, what that negative sign indicates? Indicates it is a charge of an electron. Since charge of a proton is also equal to 1.602 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. So in the upcoming classes I will conclude that also. But remember here, charge of an electron means what is the magnitude? 1.602 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Okay, so it's the second one more important value to be remembered. Okay, well, then if you consider in the chamber, what are all the forces that acting on the oil droplet? Yes, obviously for any, if any falling object, one is the gravitational force always operates on the oil droplet also, and one more force acting on the oil droplet, it is the electrostatic force. Since we know that oil, when oil droplet comes in between, say it is the upper plate containing hole and it is a lower plate, two plates, right? Two electrodes, or you can say two plates are present. Whenever oil droplet comes through this drop hole, so it is an oil droplet, it passes through that hole and comes in between the plates. And we know that when X-rays, with the help of X-rays, whatever the gas present in between the electrodes is get ionized. So due to collision of oil droplet with what? Gaseous molecules, this oil droplet is going to carry certain charge. Oil droplet is going to carry certain charge. As is going to charge, oil droplet is charged one, and we are applying here what? We are applying electric field, right? Electric field strength. So we are going to apply potential difference bit, okay? With the help of these electrodes, or you can say plates, we are applying a potential difference. Means that charged particle present in between the electrodes. Okay, charged particle is present in between the electrodes. Therefore, we say that oil droplet also experiences what? Electrostatic forces. So overall, what I can conclude here, what are all the forces which are acting on that oil droplet? Means one is the gravitational force, and second one is electrostatic forces. Okay, well, so with this I'm going to conclude about this session. Again, in the next session we go for other concept. Thank you, be safe.